yes, hey, and nobody here. I think, watch a little bit of TV here. Just turn them on, a little bit of volume. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, watch.
Hey,
Hey, what are you doing here?
I work here. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, you know, I come in because I was cold. Somebody dug me up.
Is that Fangul?
Yes, it's a fun. Why, you think it's somebody else, maybe?
No, dude, you look really good. It's been 13 years. Where you been?
Well, you know, for the first year, I was in the hall. And, you know, then I had a job. You know, I work at taking the fast food orders. That's where I get it. It's a nice, cooler headset. Yes, sir. How may I take your order, please?
I'd like a burger, little lady.
Okay, and you like cheese and a bacon on that?
I'll take the fresh meat, little lady.
And you want a meat on that? Okay, cool. So it's you're gonna have a burger with cheese and a bacon and a meat. Do you want a lettuce and a tomato with that?
I'll have meat, little lady.
And you want more meat? Okay, more meat. And what kind of bun do you want? You want a white or whole wheat?
With a little meat.
You want it fresh? Okay, yeah, we can do it fresh.
I'll have meat.
You want it plain or you want it toasted?
Fresh meat, little lady.
Fresh. Okay. Yes. Fresh.
That's what I said.
You
no,
getting
sir. Smart?
I'm not being smart with you. No. I'm getting you your sandwich. It's meat with cheese and bacon, and you want a meat on top of that. And for your buns, you want it fresh, meat on meat. Okay, very. And what kind of drink do you like with this, sir?
Well, I'd like a cup of fresh meat.
You want a cup of meat? Oh, is fresh? No, sir. I'm not that kind of boy. No, I'm not.
What's your boss now?
The manager. Yes, sir. I just started this job.
I want your boss
yes, okay.
now.
I get it, the boss.
That's
yes.
right, little lady.
Time to get the boss. What a beautiful day down here at the marina. Yeah, it's been, I started sun. Hey, any minute now, it's going to be a good thing. Look at that. I'm going to sit here and just, nobody will come. I'm going to try my own bait. Oh, that's a good one. It's a fresh bait. Any day now, I'm going to get a customer. There's definitely going to want my fishing service, I'm telling you. Oh, hey, Grim Reaper. Hey, Grim, what are you doing? What a beautiful day, huh? You like a day too, eh? Yeah, you say you got a fish in a pole. You want to help with fishing? You want me to help you? You know, I'm a professional. Okay, yeah, I can. Sure, I take it, Grim. Yeah, I don't want you to be the death of me. Yeah, that was not so good. So, you know, I got a fresh bait here. I just tried some. You want to try some? No? Oh, just baited the hook. Yeah, I see. Okay. Let me, there, we got a worm here. And let a good old fun. I'll put the line in the water for you. There you go. Here you go, Grim. Good luck, eh? I'll give you help if you need some. I'm just going to enjoy the beautiful day and this nice fine piece of bait, okay? So what else you do today? You do just come out once in a while. You like to fish. You see how flat the water she is? Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. Well, you know, they said the fishes are biting pretty good today. Yeah. Hey, what do you got? Hey, come on, Grim. What do you got? Oh, Grim, look. Hey, let me help you, Grim. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, he's a real alive one, this one. Here, let me fix him for you. There you go, Grim. Look at that. There's a finer catch. You know, Grim, that reminds me, here's your pole. You know, I did this so good, you know, they gave to me an award, and it means a lot to me because, you know, I put out my own shingle, you see, and they give me this fine award, you see. I'm a professional. Oh, that is a good bait. I'm a professional hooker, you see. You like? It's good. We can cook that up for you later. Might be a little bit tough. Here, let me soften him up for you. There you go. He's a good and tender now.
Hey, that sounds pretty interesting jobs that you had. I mean, you've been busy for the last 13 years, but you do know we're having a show tonight, right? We have 2018 Extravaganza, so you're gonna have to vacate the seat.
Is it out of what year it is? 2018?
Yeah, where have you been?
Well, I was away for 13 years, you know. Daddy, he's in a witness protection.
That's true. That's true.
Got into some trouble. I don't know what. He won't tell me he's in witness protection. But, tonight.
Listen, so tonight, you know the first movie that we're having, right?
The first movie? Let me guess. I'm a psychic here. Let me guess. Is it a blob? Is it? Is it the blob?
Yes, it is.
Because, you know, I like the blob because he reminds me of Jello pudding. It's my favorite crunchy dessert.
Well, you can stick around, but you gotta be very quiet. Maybe if you get in the closet, Mimmo and Bernal will let you hang out.
Oh, so fun's gotta go in the closet now. Oh, okay, fine. I was just coming out of the closet.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2018 Halloween Extravaganza. And you're missing nothing because we have nothing but the best movies. We have the best movies and the best guests. We just had the fun ghoul visit us, and he's going to return a little while later. But right now, we have Alberto Bernal, the Consul of Mexico here in Leamington. Alberto, it's a pleasure to have you, my friend, once again.
Thank you for having me.
Bon días. ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien.
Hey. And I love your socks.
Thank you.
I mean, if you're not ashamed, raise your leg. I mean, raise your leg. You got to raise your leg and show your socks.
That's good enough.
Can you see that? That is just awesome.
That's good enough.
So you're a big fan of the space program.
Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I was following it since Apollo, the 1960s. And then, well, reading, watching documentaries, and with the wonders of internet and YouTube, well, you can find clips of many, many things of the space program.
Now I know you're not only a fan of the space program, but you're also a fan of Star Trek.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the reasons. I mean, you're not only a good friend, but you're also, a Trekkie.
Yes, I am.
And so is David.
Proudly.
Can't help it.
Proudly.
So how did you get hooked up, or is it the space program and then Trekkie, or Trekkie into the space
More
program?
or less about the same time.
Yeah.
I started watching Star Trek in Mexico in the early 70s when was the first run there. And at the time also I was interested in astronomy, planets, then rockets, astronauts, things like that. And, well, they were walking together in some way until now.
So you're also not only a Trekkie and a fan of the space program, but you're also the counselor of Mexico here in Leamington.
Yes,
How'd that come about?
Well, the Consulate of Mexico is an office representing the Mexican government, of course, in this region. And we are doing several things in our everyday lives, let's say. On one side, we are looking for the Mexican migrant workers here coming every year to work in our farms here, the greenhouses. And also, on the other hand, we promote Mexico in this region. We try to bring some culture, some folklore, some colors, things from Mexico to share with the community here.
That's actually really, really wonderful that you did. You did something really special this year?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we have our Independence Day celebration was in September 15. This is the first time we are doing it at the consulate premises. It was a great, great effort, and we were fortunate to say that was a great success. We had a huge crowd coming with us. We were able to bring some performers from Mexico, from Michigan, from here. So try to share the joy of our celebration with the community here. And we made it. And we are very happy. And we are now thinking what's going to happen next year to keep going on this way.
Exciting times for exciting people, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. The consulate is looking forward to keep working, to make things with the community here in Leamington, to Kingsville, all the area, for sure.
Well, getting back into the Trekkie things, you segueing right in there out of nowhere.
Oh, well.
So tell me, I mean, I talked to you about 3 days ago, and I was
Yes,
just fascinated by the amount of knowledge that you had, not only about Star Trek, the series, but the movie, which is the movie tonight.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But you have a couple of things that you brought with us. I mean, you're right into it. You want to tell us what you brought with us here?
Well,
Come on, don't hold
some
back.
things.
Don't hold back,
We
yeah.
have the
Yeah.
exploration set, let's say.
Okay.
If you remember the original series, normally the party that went down to a planet or somewhere else,
Right.
they bring this three basic equipments. This one is the tricorder.
Right.
It's instrument two that normally Mr. Spock uses, and or
I love it.
scanning,
Hey, you're sick.
I'm sick. I am sick.
scanning
You see my brain.
on everything.
I'm really sick. That is
Also, well, you have this. This is the communicator. That's
Oh,
everyone
now
remembers
that's-
Captain Kirk
that's-
doing this and Care to Enterprise.
Excellent.
cool.
Beam me up.
Exactly. And well, this is the gun, the phaser.
That is awesome.
So
Hey, is it true that when they opened the door, there was a guy going shoo, shoo? Or did they actually make that noise?
Well, that was made in post-production.
Okay.
Many things were made in post-production, like the beams, the phaser beams and things like that. And the funny thing was that for opening the doors, there were actually persons behind the walls with small lines to move the doors. The sound effects were made at post-production.
That was great. Let's go back. I mean, what's this thing? That's
That's the communicator.
the communicator. Doesn't that look like the first Motorola phone?
Well, it was an inspiration for that. And the times, well, we are talking about the early 90s. The cellular technology was starting at the time, and they were looking for something
big
to attract,
suitcases.
call attention to that. And the first cellular phones you remember well, they were these huge
Yeah.
bricks. And when the technology started to improve, well, they were looking for something. And the word is that Motorola looking for a good marketing idea.
Yeah.
They found out about the communicator on the show, and they created the StarTAC.
Yeah.
And if you remember, was a clam phone,
Yeah.
and you open it like this, and you can talk like this.
Yes.
So I have one by myself.
Do you still have
And,
yours?
Yeah, I don't have it anymore. But I was
remember that
looking
the-
to open it like this. And I was missing the chirping. I missed that. And but the word says that was the reason it was created on that way and had that name. Of course, they cannot use Star Trek or something like that for obvious reasons. However, they kept the idea and make it really appealing to a lot of people. And that's in some way the connection. And when people think and talks about now what Star Trek gave to culture, one of the things is related to the
Now we're going to do trivia. So let's see how good you are. So can you name the main characters on the bridge most of the time before we go on break?
On the bridge, well, was the captain, James T. Kirk, the first officer and scientific officer, Mr. Spock.
Okay.
The helm was Mr. Sulu, Hikaru Sulu.
Right.
The navigator was Mr. Pavel Chekhov.
Yes.
The communicator officer was Nyata Uhura, was African.
Yes.
And, well, sometimes he came and goes, was the chief medical officer, Mr. Dr. Leonard McCoy.
And who was the guy at Scotty?
Well, the chief engineer was Mr. Montgomery Scott. Sometimes was there, sometimes was down, and the engineer.
And we're going to talk, when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about the first series and the first episode.
Sure.
Sound good?
Absolutely.
Don't go away. We'll be right back. So what do you guys think about Killer Tomatoes?
Well, it was filmed in Leamington. It was filmed in Leamington.
Alberto's giving it a
tomato
half.
season. It
Not
was
even a
filmed in
full
Leamington
star.
tomato season. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know. It's,
I mean, have you seen the streets of Leamington in tomato season?
yeah, many times. It's not as bad as it used to be, though. I don't think it is.
Well, it still stinks worse than the movie.
Welcome back to 2018 Halloween Extravaganza with Alberto Bernal and two guests here, and Mimmo Casagrande, and of course David. David, you're always here. David, I was going to ask you the choker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm First Nations. This was a gift from my great aunt and uncle. It's like a native tie.
What's the meaning behind it? Is there a meaning? I mean, no?
It's an elegant piece of
It's a piece of my regalia.
So is it like a cravat or a
Well,
tie?
Basically, yeah, it's like a tie.
Oh,
It's more interesting like this.
yeah, that's
Well,
true.
well, that's a nice tie. It's one of my favorite colors. That's orange.
What time is it, Dave?
Oh, it's Star Trek. No, it's Killer Tomato time.
Hey!
Oh no, not yet. We're not ready. We're not ready to go to Killer Tomatoes yet.
Well, this is like, yeah, I think we're in the second scene, if I'm not mistaken. But me, when we were asking you just before the break, you had two memorable events, you said, that when we were chatting there. What were they?
Yes, many different, but those are the one I always remember with to be very proud for. One I was in Italy when for 2 years on the road. Actually, I did the opening at La Scala. La Scala is a theater, a very famous theater in Milano. And when there is the opening, it's around Christmas time in December. It's always a big event. So, and like the president, the Italian president, is invited. A lot of, you know.
Yeah. It's a high-profile
yes.
event, yeah.
And,
Plenty of divas.
yes, and I still remember even the menu we served the second year, which was simple, but so beautifully done.
Yeah.
With we served a nice risotto with fagioli. Fagioli means they are beans,
Yeah.
borlotti beans with olive oil and rosemary, and red wine.
Getting hungry already.
There was a beautiful risotto, very delicate dish. And we had a nice carpaccio di storione with Russian caviar, and it was amazing. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and another part I very feel very proud around in Canada. I remember with a lot of proudness. It's when we served the party, two dinners for Mr. Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we served two, actually it was one dinner and one breakfast lunch. So we served for breakfast a nice 12-ounce steak for breakfast with eggs. So it was a very intimate breakfast as well, because it was only for people, the breakfast, and us cooking for him. So.
Dude, you're like the rock star of culinary in Essex County. You know, I mean,
We
You
are
mentioned as a celebrity.
Yeah, I'm
It's
telling
wonderful
you.
to meet a
It's
celebrity.
making us feel self-conscious.
It's already rocked my taste.
probably it's a
today.
lot of hard work we put on.
Yeah.
You know, and the results sometimes they come because people they ask you to cater.
Well,
for
most
those
people
kind
don't
of-
realize. Alberto probably could appreciate how hard it is to cater or to cook.
Yes, it's
You know,
very.
it's not just you know, and people, why does it cost so much? That's why it costs so much.
Just so much. It comes from a passion, comes from heart, because it's a lot of hard work, and you know you have to sacrifice a lot of things in your life
Yeah.
to do this work if you want to do it right.
That's
And only if you do it right, that's when you have a good result.
We have great guests, bad movies, but we're trying to do it right.
Oh, not that bad. Come on.
It's not. Alberto kind of give it. What'd you give it? A 1?
For what?
The Killer Tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
Come on, be kind. Be kind.
2.
Oh,
Two?
geez. Yeah,
Two?
I'll take that. What about you? What do you give the Killer Tomatoes?
Well, I give it a 2 because I follow the expertise.
Dave, what do you think of the Killer Tomatoes, my friend?
Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think that if all these fine folks out in TV land are watching it, that it must be
They're
like
insane.
at least
All 3 of them.
3, 1 apiece.
There you go. So we got 3.
We're set.
We did the one time we did a dinner for Dave's First Nation. Remember that?
Yes.
What did you? I was just telling Alberto about that. What was the main meal? What, do you remember?
It was a perch.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Perch with
I remember it, yeah.
for the main course it was a perch with a nice wild watercress salad.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah.
with a cream of corn we created. Yeah.
I mean, that's what intrigues me is that you can take whatever and kind of tie it into that time, to that particular, almost like a bit of history.
Yes.
Yeah?
I love food, and I love working with the food, especially if sometimes I find the food in front of me without I don't know what it is, and you tell me do something with this. That's what I love the most. That's what I do. My hobby.
Yeah.
It's close myself in the basement where I have my I call
So
it experiment.
In the dungeon.
Of course, doesn't happen too often because I'm busy enough at work. But when I got time, especially in the winter time, I spend a lot of time in my basement where I
Experimenting?
My experiment.
Yeah.
Experimental.
Well, you know what?
kitchen.
Anytime you want to experiment with beef and stuff and beer,
Oh.
you got 3 guys.
Well, it has to be a experiment. We can do this.
Okay, well, we'll bring the beer. Okay?
Yeah, I'm down with
They are the test pilots.
Anytime.
No problem.
Yeah, we'll be there. So, you are here since 2000 and
15.
wow,
3 years and a half.
yeah,
already.
it's flown.
Indeed.
And you have 2 more years with us, hopefully. Or?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Is there a chance for you to stick around a little bit, or?
Well, it depends. Not from me, but from the high
From the
authorities.
Well, if you're listening out there, I mean,
To
Star
say.
Trek lives, and this man is doing wonderful things for Mexico here and Canada.
Gotta stay.
He's got to stay.
Gotta stay here.
Time flies when you're having fun, gentlemen. We got one more break, so we got to go back to the
Back to the
last
movie?
parts of Killer Tomatoes. I was to say Killer Tomato from Mars, but that's
No,
big.
that's
El pomodoro asesino.
You're right. What he said. Don't move. We'll be right back.
That's the scene.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Killer Tomatoes. I mean, not too many people came out of movie stars from that thing. Yeah?
Oh, well.
No,
Romantic time. Cinema.
Yeah, it's where you fall asleep, right?
Exactly.
It's
You don't say that too loud.
But there's better movies coming, so don't go away. I mean, this is an all-night extravaganza, and we don't pull any stops. So we're talking, gentlemen. Well, maybe we won't make a stop on that. We're talking about what is the worst thing we have eaten.
the worst thing.
Yeah, let's start with you.
Wow, the worst thing I ever had was
By choice.
Yeah, by choice. Was at a muskrat dinner with my father, and there was some muskrat that were improperly cleaned, and the musk glands had broken open on the meat, and when they cooked it, that flavor went
Oh, all right.
through the meat, and
Yeah.
it was
Well, is
really
a muskrat
strong.
a rodent?
Yeah, basically it is, but no, not that kind. No, they're a marsh animal.
Well, they look like a rat. You
A
see
little
that?
bit, yeah, kind of a little bit bigger than a rat.
So you got to be pretty darn.
There's a rat.
Yeah, you got to be pretty hungry to eat one of them.
Yeah, well, people eat rats too, but I'm not. No, but the muskrat, if you actually, when you're cleaning them, if the glands break open on the meat, that is an extremely
Is it a gland? Is it like part of
gamey
their?
Difficult.
taste is left in the meat, and you just can't wash it out.
Is it a gland that they have?
Yeah, it's a musk gland.
Okay, and that's to attract the mate type of thing.
Yeah, they have the smell. It attracts mates. It warns
Could be
the males. No, no. Well,
What's it do if you rub
it
the,
could be dangerous the next day.
gland all over you?
That's a good one.
It's very volatile.
So Alberto, what is it?
Well, when I was in China several years ago, well, you need to deal with, the needs of the service and the attend to gatherings and dinners and that, things like that. And they gave us some kind of dumpling, and it was made of sticky rice. That's something that I deeply, deeply, deeply regret. It was mandatory because it was our guests. Okay, we were guests, and our hosts were giving us this in a very generous way. But believe me, it was not good for me. That sticky flavor and feeling is not good.
No, you don't
Not
like
good.
sticky rice?
It's sticky rice, Chinese sticky rice. No. There are people who love it. Good for them.
Mimmo, what did you bring for dessert? Wasn't it sticky rice souffle?
But it's salty. It's salty.
It was
Oh,
rice
was it
pudding.
salty?
It's salty.
Yeah, that would be.
Salty kind of mix and salt and sweet. So sweet and sour. No, they don't know sugar.
And sticky.
But sticky. Really sticky.
So we got muskrat, sticky, salty rice. Okay. What was your worst meal you ever had?
Honestly,
You eat anything?
as long as it's,
As long as you can put sauce on it, you're really
that's it. No, I don't like to be critical with
No?
other stuff.
Okay, so you never had like cockroaches or exotic food, like weird food?
No, what I eat it because I like it. If you know,
You mean when you
I
go
won't-
to
I
a
won't
strange
try
land,
it.
they never said to you, hey, try this cuy, no?
No, no. I will refuse to try it.
Yeah, I guess if you see it, you don't like it. Well,
Yeah.
You're a smart guy. Yeah, you got where you are because you're smart. I had iguana.
Well, I don't think it's any. As long as those kind of animals they treat well, like
Yeah.
there's probably there is a way to prepare. They're done well too.
Alberto, you kind of said it probably tastes like chicken. You know what? It kind of did. Have you had frog?
No.
Yeah.
Frog legs?
Oh,
No.
excellent.
Yeah.
It was like frog legs.
Even crocodile, snakes. If you know how to,
Crocodile, yeah.
I love it. I tried crocodile. I like it.
Yeah.
I tried a snake. I liked it. As long as it's prepared by people, they know
What they're doing.
I think it's like good stuff.
So here's another question for you guys. We're going back now because earlier I asked you guys if you had pictures when you were 16-year-olds because we're going to show everybody what you guys all looked when you were 16-year-olds. And Alberto kind of just saying, oh, it's at home. It's in Mexico. So he's kind of whistling out.
So I offered to drive them.
Yeah,
I
so,
offered to drive them, folks.
Okay. Thank you.
Too bad we can't encourage you guys to write to us and encourage Alberto to get, but we might do that. So before the show, he's got 2 days to come up with a picture of him between the ages of 16 and 18, or maybe even 19. So, Mimmo, you said you have a picture.
This picture.
Yeah, so we're gonna show him, right
This
beside you.
picture.
Oh, you haven't changed. Excellent. And Dave?
I had hair you'll never recognize.
Dude, yeah, well, same here. Right?
You know what? I'll see if I can find one when I had an afro.
You and I. Eh?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny to watch.
Wild.
Wild, yeah. My hair was like out to here, man. I'm serious. I had big hair.
Yeah, you have to go sideways to
Yeah.
the door. Right?
I had to actually squeeze my hair in.
What was your first car? Remember your first car?
My first car? 77 Chevy pickup
Oh,
was the truck.
pickup truck.
Yeah.
Alberto, you remember your first car?
Was a Nissan. Well, in Mexico we call it Suru. The compact one.
You just can't get away from a Star Trek.
Star Trek.
No. It's a small one. And beautiful. I mean, it was my first actual car.
And you shot it with your phaser, right?
No, it was from Galileo, remember, one of the shuttles. But, in fact, my father sold it to me. He was first. And was my actual first car. But the first car I actually drive for me, let's say, was my father's, was a station wagon, Dodge, 780 something, huge. They call it the aircraft carrier. And especially when they put down the seats and just was the front seats only, it's a huge space.
So you could double as a hearse.
Yes! I mean, I can run, I can skate on them.
Well, it is Halloween.
Alberto's hearse. Now I know you put yourself through school.
Yeah, excellent.
What was your first car?
Oh, it's
You were with him?
no. It's a huge car, a little one. The first Fiat 500, no.
What's the obvious option?
That's a very small car, actually.
The Italian car.
Yes, the Fiat 500, the old Fiat 500,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a very small car.
Does anybody know what an Envoy is? That was my first car. I still
my.
to figure out what the heck an Envoy. I think it were Russian.
Really? Oh my
An
God!
Envoy.
I have no idea what
I
it is.
never heard of it.
I don't know.
I
So
remember
if anybody knows what an Envoy is, let me know.
I-
And this thing, the guy who had it before me put the transmission in reverse. So you know where first is on front. Well, that was reverse
Oh my God!
on this thing. Like
See, and that explains why a lot of them that I saw were in the
I'm
scrapyard.
dyslexic, so I was great.
See, I saw a lot of them in the scrapyard. That's probably why
Where
they
it came
had
from.
that mechanic put the
Yes.
transmission in.
Criminal guy.
I know. Gentlemen, we got to have you guys back. This has been fun. We're going to
Absolutely.
continue with Extravaganza. I think we got another 7 hours, 8 hours of television. So you're
Enjoy
welcome to stay.
yourselves.
I mean, bring your jammies and we'll keep watching.
Yeah, we'll
We
throw
got
a
more
bowl
fun
of-
movies. We
throw a
got
bowl of
Night of the Living
popcorn
Dead
out.
coming up, and we have The Thing.
The
and
Blob.
The Blob.
The Blob.
The Blob. Again.
Which thing were we showing? Were we showing the
Well, not that
original
thing, because, we got censored. And
Well,
we can't show that thing anymore.
power of the CRTC
That's right,
compels
so-
you. The power of the CRTC compels you.
We have to.
Okay, we're going to behave.
Gentlemen, stick around. You stick around for the next at least 8 hours. Thank you for joining us. Thanks our guests. I'm Tony.
I'm Dave.
I'm Alberto.
Mimmo.
Take care.
Take care.